going on, y'all? Y'all already seen the title, man. About 6 months ago, I was watching my favorite content creator almost every day while making my own content on a different page. I was live streaming every day. I was making content. Mind you, I don't know any content creators in real life, and that fact alone just tells you how kind of uncommon it is for people to like get on camera and like make videos. Like, it's super common. Like, if you look on your computer, there's a bunch of people doing it, but like if you think about it in real life, like how many people are doing it, it's not, at least for me, I don't know dang near like any, at least doing it how I'm doing it. Like, I know people who make videos, but nobody is like actually putting their self on camera and like making videos. So I was watching my favorite creator, and I was making content because I believe you shouldn't just watch just to watch, right? You should watch to learn, and at a point after you've learned enough, you should take action and implement and execute. And so I was watching and I was, implementing, I was executing. I was live streaming every day, and I wasn't getting the results exactly that I wanted. It was growing. I was building an audience. I was consistent-ish. But it was kind of like a slow grind, and I remember losing motivation, and I remember it felt forced, and I felt like I had to do it. And anytime I feel like I kind of like have to do it, you know what I mean? Like, that's when your passion turns into work. And when it's not work, when you love what you do, it never feels like work, right? If you don't love it, it's gonna feel like work. And who wants to grind, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to, like, I didn't. And so I was like, let me pivot, right? I'm gonna keep making content, I'm gonna keep making videos, I'm gonna just do it in a different way. So I stopped the live streaming. I started clipping my favorite content creator and reposting his live streams. I started turning his live streams into videos for YouTube, and I started posting the content on a different page. And so I'm doing that, and I'm still doing my own thing on my page, and I'm kind of like easing off of one and like focusing more on the other. And fast forward a couple weeks, the views are super low. All of a sudden, something goes viral. It hits, and I got 1,000 views on a video. The next day, 5,000. Next day, 10K, 20K, 50, 100K on multiple different clips. And I'm like, this is interesting. And then I'm almost monetized now on this new page where I'm just reposting stuff. I'm taking like full like unedited like live streams, and I'm like clipping them into like YouTube videos, into like segments is what it's called. And the clips start going viral, and I was getting a lot of views, and my own pages were not doing so well, kind of low views, and it was kind of feeling like work again, and I was kind of losing the motivation. And I remember I made a video. I was just going through a really tough time, like, mentally, personally. And I made a video. I got on camera and I said, look, I'm going through a tough time right now, but this content creator, I'm not going to say who it is. Some of you guys know who it is, but if you know. I was like, this content creator is getting me through a tough time. You know what I mean? And I remember I made that video, and I was gonna post it on this repost channel. I was gonna show my face for the first time. Before this, I'd never shown my face on there. And I remember I asked one of my good friends, I was like, hey, like, should I post this? Like, do you think, is this too vulnerable? Like, should I show my face? And he goes, nah, don't do it. Don't do it, especially because like you're just starting out on this page. you don't want to get sued or XYZ, like do not show your face on there. And I was like, okay. Like I heard him, but I kind of like, I didn't, I had nothing to lose at this point. You know what I mean? The fear of getting sued, it wasn't a real like fear for me, I had nothing to lose, you know what I mean? I had nothing to be sued for. And furthermore, I felt passionate about like just being vulnerable on camera. And I know that being vulnerable with people is one way you can kind of like build a better connection, right? And that's one way you could connect with people, sharing your vulnerabilities and, hearing other people's vulnerabilities. And I was like, I gotta post this. And I posted it, and it got a few views. It didn't get a ton of views like the other videos, but it got some views. Probably like a few hundred views in the first day, and then maybe like 1,000 in the next like couple of days after that. And like I'm like, okay, I posted that, couple comments, keep going, whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then one day, the content creator whose content I had been repurposing, he commented on that video, and he said, yo, keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing, everything's gonna work out. And I remember seeing that comment and just feeling this crazy feeling of gratefulness and like, affirmation, like, and I think at this point the channel wasn't monetized yet, but I had the watch time, right? I had like thousands and thousands of hours of watch time, but I needed 1,000 subscribers. I think I was maybe at like 500-600 subscribers with like 100K view videos. And he commented that, and I remember just feeling so like reassured, something about just being confirmed by somebody you admire and like, somebody you look up to. It just feels good. Like, you're not crazy, you're doing something good, you're on the right path. Well, it's like just getting that like reassurance is like, it feels good, especially from somebody who is doing something you want to do, right? He's a popular content creator, millions of subscribers, he's been there, done that. He's doing something that, I'm working, he's at a place where I'm working on getting to. So it's like cool. Like, I appreciate that. Thank you. I replied on a comment. I'm like, yo, I appreciate you, bro. Like, thank you. And I remember the next day, fast forward to the next day, I tune into his live stream, and he's watching this very video. He's watching it on his stream, and he's reacting to it. And I remember I just start crying because I'm just like, what? Like, what the hell? Like, and mind you, before this, I had been, when my friend had told me about like, when my friend had said, don't post the video, you might get sued, XYZ, it got me worried. Like, is this like, is what I'm doing wrong? Like, should I be worried? Like, will he want to take my channel down, XYZ? I didn't think he would take it down. 2, I didn't think he would even see it, right? Because he's like millions of views. Like, I'm thinking he's out of this world, like in another universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in a different atmosphere. Like, he's outer space. I'm like down here, like on Earth. I'm thinking he's in a different stratosphere. He sees my video, he comments, he's reacting to it on his live stream, and he's reacted to it, and the chat starts spamming. His chat starts saying like, yo, you should they were watching it with him, and like, oh, like, yo, you should give him a job, you should hire him for your channel, like, yo, hire him. And he's like sitting there, he's like, yo, you guys are right, I should hire him. He's like, yo, chat, somebody get his contact. Like, and I'm watching this. I'm literally watching this. I'm like, yo, it's me. Like, it's me. I'm right here. He clicks on my profile, and he's like, oh, that is him. That is him. He's like, what's your info? And I give him my Instagram. Like probably like a minute after I type my Instagram, someone from his team reaches out to me, DMs me. And he's like, let's get him in a video call. Like, let's get him in a call. And so I put my Discord in, and like within maybe like 10 minutes of tuning into the live stream, I'm on the stream on a video call getting interviewed by my favorite content creator. It's just like what? Like what? And he's asking me how when I started watching him, how did I discover him? I'm telling him how, I've been watching him for several years. And, I was telling him he's like basically like the only person I watch. And, he's asking me like, how old I am, what I do for work, XYZ. And we chopped it up for like 2-3 minutes. And, ultimately he goes, yo, I love your work. I think you do great work. And I would love to bring you on my team. I would love to bring you on my team. What do you think about that? And I was like, yes. I was like, I would love to, I would love to join the team. And, he's like, okay, like I'm gonna have my guys get your number and we'll talk. And at this point, I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful, right? I'm skeptical because, people could say anything online. You know what I mean? Like from a young age, my dad taught me like, don't trust, like, be skeptical of like, especially stuff online. Like you never know. So, I'm hopeful, but I'm like skeptical. I give him my number, and I get off the stream, and I'm still watching the stream, and he's talking to his chat, and he's like, chat, like, should I hire him, or should I just let him keep that clip channel? Like, what should I do? And the chat's just like both, like both, like let him keep the channel and hire him. And he's like bet. And he's like, oh, and I forgot to say, before he brought me on a stream, he was saying like, yo, he's like, yo, I'm gonna bring him on a team. He would have never thought this would have turned into that. Like he would have never thought, and he was like, it's crazy how God works. Like now he's literally gonna be on my team. He started off doing this, and and again, like I was bawling, crying before I got on the video call. I was just like wiping my eyes, like I just like wipe my eyes, taking deep breaths, because I was just in such like shock and amazement. Like I could not believe what was transpiring in front of me. It just felt so surreal. So, the next day comes and I don't get a text. He said he would text me the next day. He did. I don't get a text. The day after that, I get a text. He's like, yo, this is me, XYZ. Like, let's get you set up. And, he's like, you could keep posting on that channel. He was like, just post the new stuff on my channel. You could post old stuff on the channel you've been posting on. And I was like, bet, say that. And literally, y'all, this was like a day after my birthday. The timing was insane, y'all. The timing was absolutely insane. It's literally a day after my 30th birthday. I just turned 30, and this is happening, and it just felt like the best birthday present like I could ever get, y'all. Fast forward, it's been about 5-6 months, and they say don't meet your heroes, and I see why they say that, because sometimes people aren't what they appear to be, especially online, or, if you just, you hear, he say, she say, you hear about people. And I could definitely say this individual was not nobody's perfect, right? And at the end of the day, I think as we mature and we kind of stop committing the sin of like celebrity worship, right? It's good to have heroes, but like when you hold in your favorite, rapper or content creator or singer to like, prophet levels of like perfection, you know what I mean? It's not good, You know what I mean? It's not good. Like, nobody's, nobody's Jesus, man. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, nobody's Jesus. You know what I'm saying? There's no more prophets. You know what I'm saying? There's no more messengers who are just, having that high level of almost, near perfection, or even, even perfection. But yeah, basically, I realized that this person was a human being, and them being a human being, it actually, you think about it, right? Somebody who's perfect, that means they don't have to, they don't struggle with, you know, right and wrong, right? If you're perfect, right? Human beings, we struggle with that, right? We have to decide, we have a choice to make. And so I almost develop an even more respect for this individual, realizing that they were human and that they had flaws, and they had, the things they do good. It's like they actually have to try. You know what I mean? Like, somebody who's perfect, they're not trying, they're just perfect, right? And so it's just been a blessing. It's just been a blessing. And that's what I've been doing that for the past, I want to say 6 months. And I'm not getting on here to brag. I'm not getting on here to say, look at me, I got this dream job. Well, I'm on here to inspire and to hopefully motivate you guys. I'm just a regular dude, man. Literally, I'm just a regular dude, just trying my best. You know what I'm saying? Trying my best, and just having an optimism and a level of faith. You know what I mean? Just believing that anything is possible. And when you're optimistic, you have faith, and you move in faith, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. And you can only fail if you stop trying. Like if I would have never took the risks of posting that first video, right? And then if I would have never took the risk, a month, 2 months down the line, of putting myself on camera and sharing my own pain, right? And my own discomfort, being vulnerable, I would have never got, this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And don't listen to friends and family when it comes to like content, or when it comes to like being an entrepreneur, because 9 times out of 10, your friends and family have never made a piece of content or have had any success in content creation. Number 2, 9 times out of 10, your friends and family have never owned and operated a business. You know what I'm saying? To really be able to give you an accurate assessment on the risks that you're taking. At the end of the day, they're not gonna reap the rewards, right? They're not gonna reap the rewards of your success if you take a risk, and they're also not gonna feel the pain and the discomfort if you fail. So it's like, at the end of the day, like, you got to take a chance on yourself. And if you've done the research, right? I did the research. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've studied and I've watched countless hours of advice from content creators. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done the studying. So at that point, it's just about implementing, and it paid off for me, and I'm still learning and still implementing new things, man. So, make that piece of content, start that business, take that risk. And you should feel, there should be a slight feeling of like fear. There should be some sense of like danger. You know what I mean? Like, this I don't know about this, right? At least a little bit. That's how you're taking a risk. You're getting outside of your comfort zone. So yeah, that's the story for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Peace. What y'all think of the new hair, by the way? Let me know in the comments. Later.